Science Verse by John Skeska. On Wednesday in science class, Mr. Newton says, if you listen closely enough, you can hear the poetry of science in everything. I listen closely. On Thursday, I start hearing the poetry. In fact, I start hearing everything as a science poem. Mr. Newton has zapped me with a curse of science verse. Lovely. I think that I ain't never seen a poem ugly as a spleen. A poem that could make you shiver like 3.5 pounds of liver. A poem to make you lose your lunch, tie your intestines in a bunch. A poem all gray, wet, and swollen, like a stomach or a colon. Something like your kidney, lung, pancreas, bladder, even tongue. Why are you turning green, good buddy? It's just human body study. Twinkle less, spot of black in the starry zodiac, sucking in all matter and light, turning sunshine into night. Twinkle less, lost control. Now we're trapped in the black hole. Dinosaur. Once in first grade I was napping when I heard a scary yapping. Frightful word, worse than a slapping, worse than 20 T-Rex roars. Said our teacher, heartless creature, my class, you know, always explores 10 full weeks of dinosaurs. Pterodactyl, stegosaurus, on and on the same old chorus, elementary stuff to bore us. No more, we beg! She ignores. Yes, she smiles. They were reptiles. Then locks the windows, bolts the doors. Don't you just love dinosaurs? Every year the scene repeated. 3rd grade, 4th grade, we were greeted with that torture just completed. Yes, we've heard of carnivores. Still the teachers changed no features, still spoke those words that gave brain sores. This year's topic, dinosaurs. It's still a mystery, scientists say, why the dinosaur went away. But I know why they couldn't stay. And it wasn't meteors. It was creatures. Yes, those teachers who did the work of 50 wars and bored to death dinosaurs. Mary had a little worm. She thought it was a chigger. But everything that Mary ate only made it bigger. It came with her to school one day and gave the kids a fright, especially when the teacher said, "Now that's a parasite." Scientific method at the bat. The outlook wasn't brilliant for my experiment that day. The only way to graduate was to come up with an A. So when my lab exploded and turned to blackish gunk, my chance of passing anything went Titanic. You know, sunk. I sat and sadly watched the clock, cursed to be alive. It would take a miracle, no, make that 2, to get me to grade 5. And then I had a brainstorm, an idea so terrific. I just had to use those words from the method scientific. I grab my pen and get to work. You should see my look. I slowly write hypothesis, observation in my book. And now the class bell rings, and now I lose or win with one mighty plop! I hand my lab book in. Oh, somewhere in some science class, hypotheses are made, experiments are conducted, kids move up a grade. Somewhere conclusions are concluded without a bit of doubt. But there is no joy in this lab. My results got me flunked out. Changes.
I'm a little mealworm, short and wiggly. Here's my antenna, cute and jiggly. Now I am a pupa, squat and white. How did this happen? I'm a sight. Now I am a beetle. What is this? I really hate metamorphosis.
Astronauts stopping by a planet on a snowy evening. Which world this is, I do not know. It's in our solar system, though. I'm thinking that it might be Mars, because it has that reddish glow. Yes, space is lovely, dark, and deep. For one mistake I now do weep. In science class, I was asleep. In science class, I was asleep. Whack! Goes Mr. Newton's pointer on the blackboard. Test tomorrow on the planets. Class dismissed. Awake. Awake. I am awake. I'm not rhyming anymore. I'm cured of my science verse. And life is just great. Until art class. When Mr. Picasso says, do not think of this as a little art project. Your art project must be your whole life.